Hey y'all, I'm gonna be reacting to Super HxEros episode 11. And I'll be starting my reaction from the 11-second mark in 1-0 go. Alright, pumped up Bodis. I wonder if that Sage is gonna be the next target. I mean the next villain that they're gonna face, the heroes. Whoa, that's quite ambitious there. I wonder this Kasecha is going to be the same like all the other ones and it's going to be knocked the fuck out in one hit, or is it actually going to be putting up a fight? Not as that, she looks a lot smaller. Too, or is it my imagination? The suit. Can't wait to see them actually whip them out. Hope nothing happened to him though, because you never know. That woman Kasecha did say that I'm gonna disband the Super HxEros. For all we know, maybe she could have had some scouts figure out the location to where the scientist was at. She could have done a sneak attack. Ah, who am I kidding? It's Super HxEros. I'm sure nothing of that nature is actually gonna happen. But hey, you never know. This series might actually throw some kind of twist out of nowhere that could actually surprise us all. Ah. Although, who knows, maybe that one could actually be the queen. Because unlike all the other Kasechu, this one did say this is getting used to its body, so there is that possibility. And also, unlike all the other Kasechu, this one seems totally confident. And plus, the reason why I have a feeling it could be the queen is because all the other Kasechu have multiple bug-like features, while this Kasechu looks much more human-like. That could be my guess. I could be completely wrong. It could just be a random-ass Kasechu, but you never know. You know, all the outfits look pretty good. The only one that looks, oh yeah. Bob HxEros. That one's probably going to be done in a hit. Yeah. Oh, it actually survived. Oh, never mind. Nah, it went down just like all the others. How does Retro let his guard down? Oh, come on. Really now? He's experienced how many battles against Kasechu and he still lets his guard down? Come on now. If he was a newbie like Toma, I'd understand, but he isn't. Maybe his thing's gonna expand. Where did that come from? Oh! Oh shit! That's his, you know, his... Oh, oh snap. Oh! Now he's hauling ass. Oh, actually, I like how they're implementing the whole thing of the Kasechu actually implementing themselves into society. And you see one of them actually go after a huge political position. I kind of wish the series explored that a bit more. Oh, cha-cha. Oh, now that I think about it, his hair's becoming a bit more feminine too. It's becoming longer. And the voice is changing too. The running, it's changing. Because he's moving his hip like this now. Hey, you might as well do it. Whoa! How do you? Oh man, Kaseichi. I mean, Reto's is definitely the master of clumsiness. might, might as well call himself Reta just to fuck with them all. You know? What that makes good? Why not just say the truth? There's. Oh man. I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up in a situation where he showers all the other girls. Yeah, I'm gonna be getting the rough treatment. Ah. This time it's gonna have no choice. She knows something's gonna be up. Oh shit! So he actually does have. Oh. Hey, you know, here it's actually, even though it's foggy, here this is censoring that actually works. Oh, that's exactly what I thought was gonna happen. Whenever I see this kind of plot lines and yo, Hiro just made the sound of someone, or should I say, Reta made the sound of someone whose balls are about to be ripped out. Mm. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Ah, she can't hide it. Ah, it's adorable. Mm. Why would he be describing himself that way, though? Yeah, it's enjoying the sight. I like the symbolism with the weasel, with it expanding and going in a much more straighter position. Oh, talk about his weasel getting the rubbing of a lifetime. Now he's gonna go back to normal. He's gonna get slapped and he's gonna deserve it. This time, if he gets slapped, he's actually gonna deserve it. Yeah. He actually, that's one of the few times where I'm like, yes, retrograding him for that reason makes sense. The hell? The thing is, though, he's been caught. That could allow the Kaseichu to actually do a large offensive attack against him. Oh, yes! I hope we can actually see him whip it up in action with good amounts of animation, though. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad that they actually utilized Cha-Cha to that extent, but I feel they should have at least had some guards. I'm just saying, I'm not going to get away from my stance. But hey, this is nice. Oh, yeah. Huh? Oh. Oh, snap. But even if that's the case, though, they could still fight against Kaseichu. They'll just make it a bit inconvenient. God, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the comedic stuff in the first half, but since it's nearing the end of the season, I just wonder what was the purpose of it. You don't get to see the sister. This I dig. If only you knew how many times you did that. I'm just curious, who's the one guarding Cha-Cha? Hope they at least left it either with Retsu or with Hoshino, the strongest ones. Ah, I like that assertiveness there. It's actually. Should she be really doing that? Okay, that just seems potentially dangerous. I know where she's coming from, but if there's a Kaseichu that attacks and they're separated, and Retsu's by himself, he is completely, utterly, not just would he be figuratively, but he'd also be literally fucked. Hmm. Oh man, she's gonna jinx herself and think of something pretty soon. You don't think she? Someone has to. All right. But hey, here's here's my saying. It's best to get the bad luck out of the way for unimportant shit, so that when something major happens, it can balance out and someone can get good luck. That's how I see it. Come on, Angel. Unless he's involved in some kind of major fight. Oh. I can't blame her for having Kaseicha PTSD though. But I'm sure one's bound to show up eventually. I mean, and when you gots to go, you gots to go. Oh. I'm assuming he's trying to fight a Kaseicha without his... Yeah. Had a feeling. And that's exactly what I thought was going to happen. Yeah, okay, good. She mixed blame. Yeah, it is. I mean, but then again, I like Retsu's maturity, though. Oh. Oh, snap. You know, this should be easy peasy for Retsu and Hoshino. That Kaseicha looks like a bitch. Whoa! Damn, I'm surprised this is actually going up for blood straight up. The fuck? If I were Retsu, I wouldn't give a fuck about that. I'd be utilizing my abilities. Especially if you're about to see a Kaseicha that could kill a lot of people. I would fucking stick with the ramifications and I would go for it straight up. Aww. Oh, that's sweet. Yo! Kirara. You can tell she definitely got wet on the inside hearing that. By that blushing. What Shinobi's doing? Starting to feel up Retsu to try to get her H energy out? Yo, is that just at the top of the cheek? Oh, okay, I love that model shoujo transformation. Not as extravagant as the ones you would see in the Precure series, but damn, it looks good. Okay, that's where the budget went. One. I mean, don't get me wrong. The animation looked good, but seriously, one hit? One hit. They built up all of that in the... I mean, I guess the suit's that powerful, but still though. Oh, there's a cute little cha-cha. Yeah, makes sense too. Oh, they start investigating the new governor. Oh yeah. Could it be her mother? Yeah, he's getting it. That'd be a way of. Oh hell yeah. Now, as for this episode, though, if I were to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being abysmal, 5 being average, 10 being exceptional, I actually liked the episode, but at the same time, it's worrying me a little bit, and not for the reasons you believe. I enjoyed the episode, and if this series was like 2 cores confirmed for like 24 to 26 episodes, this episode wouldn't worry me one bit. But I'm taking it back a little bit because literally the 12 minutes were focused on the whole Loreto being a girl gag without it doing much plot progression. And since I believe episode 12 is the last Super HxEros episode, it's gonna make you wonder if the writing staff is gonna have enough time to actually make a conclusive ending. Because for one, yeah, you got that Kaseicho, that's the governor, but the thing about that is, it hasn't really mentioned all the other Kaseicho around the world. You haven't really gotten any Kaseicho that have been badasses. They've all pretty much gone down like a bunch of bitches, pretty much. Like literally one hit, boom, they dissipate. And that's the worrying thing, because if it goes to episode 12, oh, HxEros Showdown. Because the other thing, if it goes to episode 12, I'm just worrying that if you do have this Governor Kaseicho actually put up a fight against the main heroes, and it actually puts up a legitimate fight, it's going to feel like the power scale in Super HxEros is going to be out of whack. Because literally right before they got to the whole HxEros suits, everyone was already one-shotting Kaseichos as if they were nothing. And then with the suits, they still one-shot the Kaseicho as if it were nothing. So it's like if it goes into the final episode, I feel like the suits are just going to be salad dressing. That's the only thing. And that's one of the issues I kind of had with Super HxEros from the beginning. It didn't have any fights where they struggled without the suits. So, and that's the thing. If they would have had those type of fights where they struggled and then they put on the suits and then they one-shot a Kaseicho, it would have had impact. But since it didn't, it just had a like, oh, okay, I guess they look different now. That's why, from a story standpoint, it didn't have as much impact as it did. In the first half, I liked the humor, but at the same time, it's literally the second to last episode. You kind of hope there was something much more substantive going into the final episode of the season, because it's like, is it really gonna end satisfactory? Seems like it's likely not gonna happen. So that's why I have some worries. In saying that, though, I like the humor of Reto being transformed into a girl, though I thought it was hilarious. And even though, yes, it's a gag utilized in a lot of other animes, and it's utilized a lot, I thought it executed the jokes pretty well. And when Reto got hit, I actually thought it was justifiable in this instance. I actually like Hoshino becoming much more assertive towards her feelings towards Reto. There was some progression there. You saw Hoshino mature a bit more. So there were positives here. And on top of that, I actually like how they have more utility for Cha-Cha, just for the simple fact being that they utilized Cha-Cha's hair to make the suits. So all these were positive elements. it's just insane that I kind of wish this episode did more. And don't get me wrong, I like the jokes in the first half, but I felt like it would have been much more emotionally gratifying if they would have just had plot building sequences instead of humor. But hey, that's just me. And as for the animation and art, it was mostly off model, save for that sequence where Hoshino transforms and she one-shots the enemy. But in saying that, I would have at the very least liked to have seen an impact frame of Hoshino actually hitting the Kaseicho, blowing it up, and actually seeing that on the screen. Not powers up, goes to the enemy, then you see fireworks and the fight ends. Just kind of feels like the director in charge of this episode just wanted to wing it and say, oh man, do I have to really work on Super HxEros? Let me just draw something pretty real quickly and just leave. That's really how it felt like. Which is a shame because Super HxEros did have a beautiful fight scene when you saw Retsu go into his berserker mode not that long ago. And I thought after that episode the fights were going to get that detailed, that well choreographed, and after that it hasn't gone to that same gold standard, unfortunately. I hope at the very least they save that for episode 12 at the very least to have something. But those are my thoughts on the episode. I still enjoyed it overall, and the scale of 1 to 10, 1 being abysmal, 5 being average, 10 being exceptional. It was a 6 out of 10 caliber episode. I just hope that it can at the very least stick its landing into something satisfying, because if not, that's going to be a big letdown. But, yeah, these are my thoughts on the episode, y'all. I'd like to hear your thoughts on how you felt about Super HxEros episode 11, or my reaction in the comment section below, or whether y'all disagree with me and you think that it's going to land its ending properly going into episode 12. I'm hoping for the best, but I've been let down by a lot of animes this season, and a lot of them cannot land their endings to save their lives. And this series is having the similar signs that I've seen from other animes in other seasons, or even in this season, where it's like you have build up for something, but it doesn't seem like it's going to give max payoff. I mean, I hope this series proves me wrong, but usually when I get that gut instinct that a finale is going to be rushed, it's usually right 99 out of 100 times. But anyways, y'all, thank y'all so much for watching my video. Hope you have a great, safe, fantastic day, and I'll see you guys later if you come back for more. Alright, y'all. Have a fantastic day, everyone. Bye-bye.